Hello everyone. So the first two poems are new. This first one I wrote in a workshop last week. Nice and stinky, thank you. There's a hummingbird ghost that lives inside my walls. The first time I saw a hummingbird, it was for less than a minute. Hummingbirds are creatures that are somewhat invisible. In my life, I have felt invisible because others have decided I should be. Yes, I've been told I'd be better off if I disappeared. Being ignored seems to be what makes me feel more invisible, more less than anything else. I've even decided to disappear on my own, not like a magician, but as a wallflower blending into walls, just like hummingbirds vanish into thin air. Hummingbirds are birds of purpose, pollinators like bees and butterflies. But unlike the others, they disappear while in flight until they stop at a nasturtium or another source of sustenance for just the amount of time it takes to stick their beak where the pollen exists and fly away so far fast, all any other creature sees is the sound the hummingbirds make till they disappear like the wallflower I became when I decided to disappear. This is called Swimming with the Harps. When Ava plays their harp, I am transported to a cool, shallow creek in Appalachia that empties into a small lagoon that stops under a slow-moving waterfall, the type that feels like a gentle spray upon my face, and I pass my head through it till I find myself in the cavern behind it, breathing in the purest air. Before I pass back through the waterfall and dump myself back into the cool lagoon on a sweltering summer day. Every sound, the trickle of the creek current, the rush of the waterfall, and the echoing noise inside the cavern seems to be echoed through the magic fingers of the silent harpist that feels like vocals whilst watching the way their facial expressions illustrate a story told by the heart. And everyone that witnesses this unintentional synesthesia with their ears and hears it with their eyes is transported to a different place of tranquility from their past. And this next piece was recently accepted for submission to the National Poet Society. They're putting out the Goddess anthology, and this is called All About Eartha. Eartha, Kit, you should have been a Bond girl. Oh, Eartha, you should have been a Bond girl. You could have been a Bond girl, Ms. Kit, except you would have been a Bond woman. You had a #1 hit with Santa Baby. Christmas was suddenly sexy and a little naughty. But then you made St. Louis Blues. What a movie. You stole the whole show. You stole the show from Nat King Cole. You stole the show from Cab Calloway. You stole the show from Ella Fitzgerald, Pearl Bailey, and Mahalia Jackson. You are ingenue, Muse, and femme fatale in one fell swoop. You wore a silk blouse and A-line skirt better than any white woman ever had. White men all across America called their governors and congressmen asking why it was illegal to marry black women. You were declared to be the most exciting woman in the world. Eartha Kitt was it. And it was all about Eartha. And then you became a Catwoman, the last of 3 after Julie and Lee. You redefined the role and stole the show. You were the only one who purred in real life. Then you had lunch with Lady Bird and asked her why her hubby was sending the best of this country to Vietnam to be shot and made. Made the First Lady cry, not too appropriate, but you were not a lady who lunched. You were a diva songstress who could make a song her own like nobody else. In 1997, I saw you perform in a Boston jazz club. At 70, your legs were Tina Turner perfect. You laid across the piano in classic cabaret style. You sang in 4 languages, even if they were not. Every man in the room became multilingual. And you purred. You purred like a stray kitten. You purred like a lioness. You purred like a tigress. You purred like a jaguar that knew she did not have to pounce her prey. That night, you looked straight into my eyes and sang a song to just me. I know you didn't actually do that, but I was in the same room with Eartha Kitt. And you know what else? I was in the same room with Eartha Kitt. I was in the same room with Eartha Kitt. Thank you, everyone.